I think from the beginning until today, I'm still convinced that Overseas Council ministry is right on the cutting edge of Christian service.
To me, Overseas Council is one of the most significant ministries in the body of Christ.
I always loved the way that Overseas Council was so different from other organizations.
Right now, I don't know anybody that does what we do.
Overseas Council has a singular focus, a focus on the developing of Christian leaders around the globe.
It's only been in the last 10 years that I've come to know Dick Capon, who first stood under the responsibility of leading Overseas Council at its very earliest moments as its president.
Dick Capon was and is a missionary statesman. People in the nonprofit world knew who Dick Capon was.
But God used a Korean who was the head of the seminary in Korea by the name of Dr. John Cho. And he said, well, we're going to go from 150 students now clear into the thousands, but we don't have the financial support. Would you help me?
That seminary has prepared missionaries for 40, maybe 50 countries by now.
That was the beginning of Dick's part in it. God's part and the part of a lot of other people were involved.
I think, first of all, you have to take that core work of providing scholarships that open doors to people whom God has called just at the moment when they can benefit.
I don't know how many hundreds I have met that I was in one of the schools that you helped.
And I love hearing those stories. I don't know of a more beautiful thing than to watch a Christian leader of promise become a Christian leader in reality.
Dr. Cho was an illustration that the concept of multiplication was the only way to reach a world. I felt that Overseas Council could be a way to accomplish that.
It was a very entrepreneurial shop. It had a lot of freedom to do what needed to be done.
From the day that we started OC, God moved upon hearts every place we went.
Charlie Spicer is a man whose name for many decades, or 25 years at least, was almost synonymous with Overseas Council.
He was a man who had a vision, and he made things happening.
He had a heart and a love for this ministry, for helping build leaders.
He was called to be a missionary. He was the kind of missionary that, one country wasn't big enough. He was always looking for people who needed Christ.